What's good, people? What are you guys telling me? This is the big one. For me, this is one of the biggest games of the seasons. Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates this Sunday. It's always been a big game for us. They're one of our biggest rivals. We've both, between us, won the most Premier Leagues. And, it goes back as far as Roy Keane versus Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires versus Gary Neville, Ashley Cole versus Ronaldo, Keown versus Van Nistelrooy, that's Michael versus Seaman, the list goes on and on. I'm buzzing for it. I can't wait for this game on Sunday. I know you guys are excited. This is such a great game. It's going to be beautiful atmosphere at the Emirates. We beat them already this season, 1-0. But yeah, let's get into this. So, I just want to start with the fact that it was us that was going for Benjamin Sesko and United. And at one point, it looked like we were going to get Benjamin Sesko. And I'm glad we didn't get Benjamin Tesco because he's not had a great season. Although United haven't had a great season, but people have been pairing the two against each other, Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko. Victor Gyökeres is clear. I'm sorry, it's absolutely clear. I think Gyökeres needs to get something like 2 more goals to equal Didier Drogba's first season at Chelsea. And you know what a legend Didier Drogba turned out to be. It's not like Victor Gyökeres isn't going to get goals. We saw what he did against Inter Milan in the Champions League this week. Absolute clutch finish, finessed it round the keeper. You saw his pace, his power, his clinical finishing ability, and this is just the start. He hasn't even clicked properly yet. Just warming up. We know he's world class. We're just yet to see it in the Premier League. So for me, when people talk about Benjamin Sesko versus Gyökeres, it's absolutely no doubt Victor Gyökeres is the one who is the better striker and is going to prevail in the Premier League. Now, we know United got rid of their Ruben Amorim. Absolutely gutted because he was doing an amazing job. Sorry, he's doing an amazing job. But yeah, we've got Michael Carrick in now, new manager, same rivalry for me. Doesn't make a difference. We've still got that same history against Manchester United. Also, with Carrick being an ex-player, it makes it all a bit more juicy. But we don't know what kind of style of football they're going to be playing. I think he's only managed 2 games so far. Obviously, the big one, Man City versus United, they won. I watched the game and it definitely wasn't like watching Manchester United of the last 3-4 seasons. It really wasn't. They brought a different energy. But they played well against us at Old Trafford start of the season. And we still won, just about. But let's see at the Emirates. It's going to be a different challenge altogether for both sides. But what I would like to see is, now this is when, for me, United are at their worst. Have some of the best players, Bruno Fernandes, Mbeumo, Cunha, I've even rated Ahmad, Kobe, Mainu, Mason Mount, De Ligt. They got a lot of good players. I probably missed a few. Even Harry Maguire. I rate a lot of, actually, they've got no one gets it. They've got great players. Let's face it. They got a good squad. But when it comes to results, form, recent seasons, and when they've finished, they've been down in the dirt. And now when Arsenal were down in the dirt, teams used to let us know we got beat 6-2. I remember there was 7-1s. There's been 5-0s. I want to see us put 5 past United. If United are really down in the dirt where they say they are, and the people say there's there's venom, or there's not venom. There's dirt within the team. It's not. It's the spine of the club. That's it. It's rotten. That's the word I was looking for. It's the club that's rotten. The stadium's falling apart. The owners need to leave. It's not just the manager. It's everything around it. This, that, the other. People are now calling out ex-players that are now pundits. I've seen Paul Scholes. Wayne Rooney, I'll give a blah. I agree with a lot of stuff Wayne says. But Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt and Gary Neville, the list goes on. Why all these United players? Why are they not playing? Ronaldo's still playing. Why are you guys all pundits? But yeah, people are saying it's just rotten all over the gaff. You can even say as far as Rio Ferdinand, I wouldn't say he's rotten, but he's now an ex-player that's a pundit. Albeit he does talk a lot of sense, him and Joey, I like those two. But yeah, people are saying, should these guys stop talking and let the team play. It's affecting the players. There's a lot going on right now. But I want to see us beat them 5-6-0. I really want to see us hurt United. Really just reinforce where they are right now in the Premier League and just put us on that pedestal to let them know, yes, we're rivals, but you're nowhere near us at the minute. But yeah, we'll see. We will see on Sunday. Their recent form absolutely sucks. They've won one game in the last 5. Like, they're awful. I mean, they won one game and that was a derby game. So derby games, form goes out the window. It's all about on the day. Who's got the energy? Who's got the passion? Whose fans are the loudest? Who gets that first solid tackle in? Who gets that first shot on goal? Who's winning the second ball? That's what derbies are about. And United definitely were winning the second balls. And, the fans were up for it. City looked off the pace. You saw what happened to City in Europe again. They lost 3-1 again against Bodo Glint. And they just really looking off form. But let's just think about United for a second. So, Michael Carrick's in now. Ruben Amorim's gone. So, they've got no FA Cup to focus on. They got beat by Brighton in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, no Carabao Cup. Beaten by Grimsby. I think Grimsby were League 2. So far down, I can't remember. But yeah, I think League 2. Grimsby down United on penalties. FA Cup, Brighton beat them. No Europe. So all they've got to focus on is the league. So they got rest, a lot of rest. We played on Saturday against Forest. We played on Tuesday against Inter Milan, and we got United on Sunday. Now they've played one game in the space of those 7 days, but we'd have played 3. So their players should be rested. They have to focus on the Premier League. They should be doing a lot better than they are this season, but we have to give them some credit. They've got a new manager now, and this could be a game where if they get a result, they get a point, even a point. This could send them onto new heights. They've beaten Man City, their biggest rivals, or their derby. I wouldn't say biggest rivals. I'd say we're their biggest rivals, to be fair, or Liverpool, even closest rivals. And then to get a point against United at the Emirates, get a point against Arsenal at the Emirates. This is going to really roller coaster their form. Their fans are going to be talking a lot. The players are going to get a massive boost from this. But I'm saying if. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, when it comes to United, I really rate some of their players, especially Mason Mount. But usually he's coming on as a sub. He came on as a sub against City, scored straight away, literally. For me, he's a starter, 100%. Ahmad, really like Ahmad. Be very interesting to see him on the right against, I think Lewis Skelly's going to be playing. I don't know if Nkapie is fully fit. Calafiori's still out. So Skelly will be up against Ahmad. That'd be very, very interesting duel throughout the game, especially if Skelly will have to go forward. And Ahmad's very, very quick as well. So that'd be really interesting. And then obviously Bruno Fernandes. I think he's a good player. He's a very good player. That's all we'll say about Bruno. And then he's going to be up against, the likes of Rice and Zubimendi. I feel like Rice is on his A game. He's got Bruno in his pocket all day long. Bruno is he's not world class. He's a good player. He's not a great player. He's a good player. People say, there was talk of it. If he was in the Arsenal team, we would have won the title. Forget about it. You guys can't even finish in the top half of the Premier League, let alone talk about winning titles. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, Ahmad, and Mason Mount, I think, are going to be the 3 threats for me. I think Benjamin Tesco is going to get mopped up by Saliba and Gabriel. I don't think Bruno is going to be on job. He might get a few chances here and there, but I think Saliba and that will have him under wraps. So looking at Arsenal, looking at our starting 11, we're back to full strength. We rested 5 or 6 players against Inter Milan. We rested a few players against Forest. I said this in every video this season. I don't know what starting 11 Mikel Arteta is going to go with in any game. We've just seen when Yeri's gone over to Marseille. Fair play. Hopefully he gets some minutes over there. They lost against Liverpool last night, unfortunately, 3-0 or 3-1. I was watching the game. I should remember the score. it wasn't the best game, to be fair. It was quite boring, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, hopefully he gets some minutes over there. And like Saliba went on loan to Marseille and came back an absolute beast, came back an absolute world-class defender. Hopefully Ranieri can come back. And I had a weird epiphany that Ranieri is going to be in the World Cup squad and playing in the first team for England, even though he doesn't play in England, which could be crazy. But yeah, starting 11, I would go Rare in goal. Right back, I think I'd go Ben White. Left back, I think I may go with Timber in this game, just because of Ahmad. Ahmad's very quick and very good attacking player. I think Timber would definitely cover that. I think Skelly might. He's known to make a few mistakes, not crazy amount, but he's young. He's still growing. He's still learning, and it's expected. I think in a game like this, I want to see someone like Timber in left back. Centre backs is a no-brainer. We've got the best two in the world. We're going to go with Saliba and Gabriel. And yeah, there's no second guessing. I mean, Mascara played on Tuesday. But yeah, Gabriel, Saliba. Hopefully they're both fit, both start. In midfield, I'm going to go with Declan Rice. Solid in midfield. It's going to make sure Bruno's not orchestrating that midfield and getting those through balls or time on the ball. I'd probably go with Zubamendi and I'd go with Eze. I feel like this is a game for Eze. It's a game for creativity. It's a game for creating chances. We saw 3-1. Eze played, we won 3-1. I just feel like when Eze's playing, we're scoring goals, we're creating chances. For Erdegaard playing, I feel like there's a lot of sideway passes, a lot of square balls, as my granddad used to say. You can't keep playing square balls if you need to attack. And Erdegaard's very good at that. But Arteta may pick Erdegaard over Eze because he wants control of the game. I disagree. I think Eze should start, really and truly. Then we've got the front three. I think we go with Saka on the right, 100%. We start with Saka in this game. On the left is a tough one. And I feel like we've got the same scenario as we did last season where we don't know if Trossard's better coming off the bench or starting, or Martinelli's better off the bench or starting. At present, I still don't know. They both had good games off the bench. They both had good games starting. They both had poor games starting and poor games off the bench. There's no clear winner or no one who is clear of each other. They're both just as good as each other. But for me, in this game, I think we go with Trossard and then we use Martinelli to come on if needed. I think we start with Victor Gyökeres up front. I know Jesus got 2 goals in the Champions League. I feel like we've got another Champions League game next Wednesday. They start with Jesus there as well and, get him up to speed. But I feel like Victor Gyökeres, I think he deserves it. And, although Jesus does feel like a new signing, but in the Premier League, I feel like Victor Gyökeres and is the main striker that I want to see playing for Arsenal up front. That'd be my starting 11. Score predictions. I actually do think that we'll keep a clean sheet on Sunday. Although, United have got great attacking players with Cunha and Bueno and Tesco and Fernandes and Ahmad, etc. and Mount. But I feel like we will keep a clean sheet. I think this is a statement game and I'm going to go for 4-0 to Arsenal. And that sounds crazy, but I'm going for 4-0 to Arsenal this Sunday at the Emirates. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, please share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys are telling me. We're trying to get to over 500 subscribers. We've just hit 500. Let's get to 600. And guys, see you again on the next video. Peace.